On a typical Wednesday morning in Golders Green, North London, the streets are quiet. Residents are walking to the bus stop, running errands, and commuting to work. But that routine calm was about to be broken. At 11:15 a.m., CCTV footage captures a man jogging down Highfield Avenue. He suddenly locks onto a pedestrian, attacks him, and chases the man entirely out of the camera's frame. 5 minutes later, another camera picks him up. He approaches a nearby bus stop and repeatedly attacks a second man waiting there, shoving him off the pavement and into the road. Within 5 minutes, the ordinary routine of a Wednesday morning had collapsed into an active terror scene. Body cam footage from responding Metropolitan Police officers shows them converging on the suspect. Weapons drawn, they repeatedly shout at the man to drop his knife. He refuses. Fearing he might be carrying an explosive device, officers deploy a taser, bring him to the pavement, and secure the perimeter. Behind the police tape, paramedics worked on the two men he targeted, 34-year-old Shloimeh Rand and 76-year-old Moshe Shine. Both required immediate hospital treatment for serious wounds to the chest. Speaking later from his hospital bed, Rand noted that simply walking down his own street as a visibly Jewish man nearly cost him his life. The man in custody is Essa Suleiman, a 45-year-old British national. According to Met Police Commissioner Sir Mark Rowley, Suleiman had a documented history of serious violence and mental health issues. There was a major warning sign 4 years prior. In 2020, Suleiman was formally referred to PREVENT, the UK government's counter-terrorism program designed to identify and intervene with radicalized individuals. Authorities closed his referral that same year. For the next 4 years, he remained unmonitored. Suleiman's history of violence was known to the state. Closing his file years early left an escalating threat unmonitored until he arrived in Golders Green with a knife. The Golders Green stabbing is part of a broader rising tide of hostility across the UK. A pattern of violence against Jewish sites has emerged. April saw a dense cluster, ambulances burned in Golders Green, and petrol bombs thrown at a Finchley synagogue. Beyond London, suspicious items were at the Israeli embassy, and a Manchester car ramming left 2 dead. These incidents highlight a sustained effort to terrorize the British Jewish community, necessitating the heavy fortification now seen at sites like the Finchley Reform Synagogue. In response to this escalating pattern, the UK government has elevated the national terror threat level to severe. This means intelligence agencies believe another attack is highly likely. The Home Office attributes this status to a convergence of domestic extremist movements and physical threats linked to foreign states, all pushing for acts of violence. Counterterrorism experts now categorize this as the most significant national security emergency the UK has faced since 2017. The psychological impact is widespread. As Chief Rabbi Sir Ephraim Mirvis noted, Jewish citizens are now altering their daily lives, afraid to attend university, go to synagogue, or publicly express their identity. Beyond the statistical likelihood of an attack, the threat is measured by the systemic fear now embedded in everyday civilian life. The government has reacted with an emergency £25 million funding package dedicated to deploying heavy police patrols. This funding is being used to fortify Jewish schools, community centers, and places of worship across the country. Political leaders have been unanimous in their condemnation, declaring that attacks on the Jewish community are attacks on Britain itself. These measures address the immediate danger, but they leave a deeper question. How long must a community live behind security fences before the social contract is repaired and the streets are truly safe again?